In this Star Wars Jedi Survivor video, I will be showing you every enemy confirmed to be in the game so far. Before we do get into this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future news updates on Jedi Survivor. So I wanted to make a list of all of the enemies that we will face off against in the game from what has been confirmed so far. I went through every gameplay video and piece of info that we have at this moment in time, and then decided to make this video for you. We will go through the enemies in terms of groups, starting with the Bedlam Raiders, who own the battle droids. The first unit is the B1 battle droid, and we have gameplay of two different variants. They either carry an electro axe or a blaster. Concept art shows one of them carrying a rotary cannon, so it's possible that there will be a third variant as well with that heavy blaster. The B1 battle droids are also able to throw grenades as well. B2 super battle droids also come in two models. One will have a blaster arm, whilst the other will have a homing rocket arm. This model is seen in the Clone Wars show. Another type of droid with two variants is the BX commando droid, so even though they both use the vibro blade, we can see that there are different paint markings on these commando droids, so one is likely going to be some sort of superior that's going to be a little bit stronger. Droidekas will also roll into the game, featuring their iconic repeating blasters and shields. Magna Guards will come in two different types, so there is one without a cloth hood and one with a cloth hood. I'd imagine that the hooded variant is the stronger of the two, because that has the health bar, so I'm going to assume that's going to be a much stronger opponent, whereas the one without the cloth doesn't. Or maybe they're just stylistic choices and they're both the same, but that's just speculation on my part. Moving from the droids to the actual Bedlam Raiders themselves, who control the droids. This is just a generic Bedlam Raider soldier. You're going to see a lot of these around, and they come equipped with this electro staff. The next tier up is this one with a jetpack and an even bigger staff. The third tier is only in concept art. We don't have actual gameplay of this, but if this is actually in the game and it's not just concept art, this means this one will wield a hammer, and as you can see, they are much bigger and have far more armor. Raviz the Gendai will be the most formidable opponent from the Bedlam Raiders that we will have to face off against. If you didn't know, the Gendai are practically indestructible. This supposedly High Republic Jedi is the same character Cal fights in the teaser trailer, and he appears to work with the Bedlam Raiders, even though Cal actually discovers him in a backed tank. I also wanted to mention that this character here could be part of the Bedlam Raiders. He looks similar, but it could also just be a bounty hunter that has some or no affiliation to the group at all, but still, Cal will be fighting him, whoever he is. Let's now talk about the Empire and their units. The Right Scout Troopers are back from the first game, including the standard and commander variants, and both wield a stun baton. A new variant of this class has been added to the game though. The name at this moment in time seems to be a little bit different depending what media you check out, so it's either the Shield Trooper or the Right Shield Trooper or the Right Shield Scout Trooper, and they are similar, but as the name implies, they carry a shield as well. So they have a baton, they have a shield, and they are much more difficult to take out. The KX security droid also returns, but this time comes in two versions. The standard one, and another with red markings, as well as wielding a stun baton, who is far stronger than the base model. There is of course the standard Stormtrooper, and you will find a heavy Stormtrooper carrying a rotary cannon and a shield to go with it as well. Yet another unit making a return is the Flame Trooper, which is cool. You will find Purge Troopers in this game as well, which is great to see. It is unknown how many variants will be included in this game though, compared to Fallen Order, which did have quite a few. In this gameplay, we see a Phase 1 variant Purge Trooper with an electro staff. Now, this is contrary to the Phase 2 variant that was leaked to be in the game last year. The Phase 2 version replaced this one during the timeline of Star Wars with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and the game is set in that same sort of time frame, so it's most likely just a placeholder in this part of the game, and the Phase 2 variants will be in the final game, or maybe both versions are in. We just don't know at this moment in time. A brand new Imperial force to be reckoned with is the DT Sentry Droid as seen in Star Wars Rebels and The Bad Batch. This big brute of an enemy comes in 3 variations for the Empire in this game. One will have a staff as well as a missile, another wields a hammer, and the third comes equipped with a blaster. We probably will be facing off against various vehicles in the game, much like in Jedi Fallen Order. In that game we came across the AT-ST as well as the patrol gunship, and in this short clip from the reveal trailer we see a patrol gunship attacking Cal, so it could just be for this cutscene, or we could be facing off against it once again, but I wanted to include that just in case it was an actual enemy. The next set of enemies are the animals that we will find in the game. So currently, these are all that we know of. There is this big beast, which is not a huge boss, but is still quite big compared to most of the other animals that we've seen. Smaller animals that are included in the game are this slug-like creature that can extend its shell. In the same sort of size, there is this 4-legged hound, and them as a group are pretty deadly. They're also very fast. This bird might not present much of a threat in this gameplay, but we don't know how deadly they are actually in the game. And on the larger side again, we have this Wampa that is not native to Hoth, plus this Triceratops looking creature, and I suspect both of these will be some of the more deadly animals that we will come up against. There will be far more enemies in this game that we have not seen though, so stay tuned for that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of them I've talked about in this video, so let me know down in the comment section below. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Click on the playlist on screen right now if you did miss any of them, and I shall see you in my next Jedi Survivor video. Goodbye.